Clayton identified basic trends in hominid evolution from early ancestors 6 million years ago to modern humans, including brain size, jaw size, language, and manufacture of tools.
Well, their skull size were all different sizes and shapes. Early hominids had smaller brains and craved cavities. There is a decrease in the jaw size where the jaw started protruding. We involved the development of communicating and making using tools over time.
Describe the conditions required for natural selection, including overproduction of offspring, inherited variation, and the struggle to survive, with which result in differential reproductive success.
Well, a community needs a great reproduction politician producing offspring with variations, which are selected as the ideal type by habitat or environmental pressure. Those individuals that survive due to the selective advantage will mate, produce offspring, and the approving characteristics which give to an advantage will be passed on through the generations. This may lead to change in the population and if the environment changes or stagflations in the population if the environment remains constant. Discuss manufacturers of evolutionary change other than natural selection, such as genodrift and genoflow.
Genetic drift, gene flow, random mating, mutation, and natural selection are 5 different mechanisms of evolutionary. 1. Genetic drift. This represents random changes in small gene pools due to errors in sampling and propagation of alleles. The bottleneck effect and founder effect are prime examples of genetic drift. In either case, the number of individuals in a community is drastically reduced, distorting the original allelic frequencies. Number 2, gene flow. The movement of alleles into and out of a gene pool. Expansion of organisms into different area can cause the allelic frequencies of that population to increase. Most populations are not isolated. 3. Mutations. These changes in genome of an organism are an important source of natural selection. 4. Non-random mating. Inbreeding is a popular form of non-random mating. Individuals will mate more frequently with close individuals more than distant ones. Assertive mating is another form of non-random mating. Here, the individuals will mate with partners that closely resemble themselves in certain characteristics. Number 5, natural selection. Populations vary in types of people and their success of reproducing. Those individuals who leave more offspring behind than others pass on more of the alleles and have better success rate in dominating the population. Describe how mutation and genetic recombination increase genetic variation.
Well, crossing over into the sexual reproduction produces recombination chromosomes. One offspring would receive a possible recombination chromosome from each parent, while other offspring will receive totally different recombinations chromosomes from each parent. This is due to the independent assortment which occurs during the metaphase 1 of mitosis. If a mutation was a randomly occur in organism and the gene is provided useful through natural selection, the organism will flourish given and rise to new sets of allies. Sexual reproduction and, and mutation is the major compression giving rise to a larger variation in genes. The scientific theory of evolution is the concept of in all of biology.
Evolution relationships among organisms and groups of organisms continue to be produced as we get new research done on evolution because there might still be a lot of information or, or research that we do not know of
All,
yet about evolution.
all organisms are classified based on their evolution history.
Distinguishing characteristics are all living things have started from cells. All living things need to drink water and also eat.
There were three hypotheses of how life was created on Earth. The first one is that life was created by a supreme being, a spiritual force. The second is that life began in another part of the universe, there arrived on Earth. And the third is that life began 3.5 billion years ago and the result of a complex sequence of chemical reactions.
My name is Noah, and this is the evolution theory.